Time is around 8:39. Let's look into today's. That's on 4th. Yesterday's Bitcoin trade analysis, guys. You can see I have told you the market came all the way to this level, rejected price, and closed below this 200 moving average. If you go and watch my previous video on 3rd of April, I've already mentioned to you about this trade. And if you consider this swing type to swing low, guys, you can see the 21 moving average as well as the rejection of price here. You can see, guys, this is the price rejection. You can consider this to be 0.38 level. You can see both coinciding here and price rejecting from that levels and closing below. Let's look into a 5-minute time frame and see how the market behaved. And the first things I would like to mark is to mark the weekly VWAP level. So let's try to mark the weekly VWAP level and see in case if weekly VWAP level is showing any confluence. You can see the market clearly trading below on 3rd of April, but here it showed some kind of breakout and the market kind of moved in a sideways manner. But let's not consider this, guys. Let's keep it as it is or just remove it. Let's look into a daily VWAP level and see in case if daily VWAP level showing any confluence here. You can see the market is showing some sort of confluence, which I would like to tell you later. And in a 5-minute time frame, what I would do is to first mark the 5-minute candle mid of the first 5-minute candle, or you can mark the opening, guys. It's better to mark the opening. But let me see, I will mark the mid of the first candle, or you can mark the opening also, guys. You can see this is the opening price. So it's better to mark the opening itself and see in case if you find some sort of rejection, any rejection. And what you can see here is that if you consider the order block levels, guys, which I have told you clearly in previous video, as of here, the market sentiment was clearly bearish, but here you can see the swing momentum, which actually broke this structure high. If you go and watch my previous video, I have told you this swing momentum, which actually changed the market sentiment from being bearish to bullish, guys. In case if the market sentiment here could be bearish, the market would have clearly broke this structure and continue further towards the downside. You can see this engulfing pattern over here, price rejecting from these levels. And again, the market came towards the downside. And if you consider this swing momentum, guys, the market failed to break above this high as well. And the market didn't form a clear chalk also. You can see rejection of price from these levels and continuation of price towards the downside. But I've told you this swing momentum here, where the market formed a chalk and the market retraced to these levels here, almost near the order block level, or you can consider this fair value gap, which I've already mentioned to you in previous video. You can see this fair value gap. Price came all the way, mitigated this fair value gap, and again broke structure towards the upside, clearly indicating some sort of bullishness. So, and the market again retraced here and broke the structure here as well. So you can consider this to be another order block also. See, and this is on 4th of April, guys, which have previously I mentioned to you about this trade itself. But let's look into on 4th of April, and you can see this is the order block level here. Once if this order block is mitigated, it doesn't hold any value, guys. So you can consider this to be a 1-minute order block. And you can see aggressive break of structure towards the downside. Clearly, the market broke this structure low, guys. And you can see here, clearly the market broke this structure, indicating a break of structure. And you could have marked the fair value gap here, but there is no fair value gap here only, guys. Even though market showed some kind of impulsive momentum towards the downside, you can see there is no imbalance or fair value gap. You can see the high wave candle over here. In case if this candle was been short, you could have considered this fair value gap here, but you can see there is no fair value gap here. Even the market mitigated here, and even the market mitigated to these levels. Only it showed some kind of fair value gap here. But you can see the order block levels being respected. And in case if you try to plot the trend line also here, you can see market is rejecting from this trend line over here, multiple rejections of price from this trend line. And once if this order block has been mitigated, you can see clearly the market again came to these levels and broke this level here. You can see this impulsive momentum, guys. You can see this impulsive, the bullish engulfing pattern over here. And the market clearly broke the engulfing pattern over here and showing some sort of demand here, rejection of price from these levels. And bullish engulfing, breaking both the 21 moving average, the 9 moving average, as well as 200 moving average in a 1-minute, 5-minute time frame towards the upside, clearly indicating some sort of bullishness, guys. And you can see the close here, guys. The market closed at the top, clearly indicating bullish sentiment, and there is no rejection of price from that levels. And and the market is respecting the order block level as well. And if you consider this engulfing pattern, and you can see the market clearly broke even this high and even this high, clearly forming a chalk over here. you can see the clear formation of chalk. As soon as this candle formed, guys, or the market closing above the 200 moving average, the 9 moving average, as well as 21 moving average, you could have easily entered long position here, keeping your stop loss just below this candle itself and targeted all the way towards the upside. But in case, guys, if you have failed to take this trade, and you could have waited for retracement, and you can see the common point between this to the common point between this, you could have waited for 0.38 level retracement. So you could have waited for a proper retracement. You can see the market came all the way to 0.38 level. They didn't mitigate this 0.38 level, but what you can see is that again this candle over here, guys, clearly breaking both the 21 moving average as well as the 9 moving average towards the upside and closing above that, clearly indicating another bullish sentiment. And you could have easily taken a long position here, keeping your stop loss just below that candle itself and targeting all the way towards the upside. And in case if you try to plot the fib extinction levels, the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, you could have targeted all the way to 2.6 level. You can see this is the 2.6 level, guys. And this in confluence with the 0.38 level, which I initially marked. I have initially marked the 21 moving average price rejection here. Or in case if you might have not known what this level holds it, guys, you could have even tried all the way to this level as well. You can see in my previous video, I told this swing structure over here and which broke this towards the downside. Again, the market retraced and market is trading below the 50 levels of this swing momentum. If you consider this 5-minute order block over here, guys, you can see if you consider this 5-minute order block over here, you can see clearly I have drawn the 5-minute order block and see in case if the market, you can see price rejecting from this 5-minute order block. This is a clear 5-minute order block, guys. And even this is not a 1-minute order block. This is a 5-minute order block. And you can see the market came all the way here. For you to exit this trade, there is the 2.618 target, the 0.38 level, and the 21 moving average in a daily time frame target. If you see in a daily time frame, guys, you can see the 0.38 level over here and the 21 moving average target over here. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, guys. And the order block level as well. You can see impulsive momentum towards the downside. Again, the market showed some kind of inducement levels and the market retraced all the way to this order block. Seeing this kind of momentum, you could have easily entered short position here also, guys. Keeping your stop loss, or after this impulsive momentum also, you could have entered short position. Or in case if you could have easily entered rejection of price, keeping your stop loss just above this candle and targeting all the way to swing low. Or you could consider this order block level, this chalk formation, which actually changed the market sentiment from being bearish to bullish, guys, which I've already mentioned to you in my previous video. Even before the market formation here, I have mentioned you before this price action being formed. You can see how the market came all the way to this 5-minute order block and reached all the way. You could have targeted all the way to this order block level, guys. You can see how the market came all the way to this zone. And you can see after this kind of momentum, guys, you could have expected some retracement from 50 levels and continuation of price towards the downside. That's usually expected. And if you try to plot the 50 levels from here, the common point between this to the common point between that, you can see this is the 50 levels, which I'm about to mark here. This is the 50 levels. And what you can see here is that after reaching all the way to 50 levels, the market tried to come down, head towards the downside, clearly breaking structure over here. You can see clear breakout structure and you can see this kind of aggressive selling. The in case if the market sentiment would have been bearish nowadays, the market would have clearly after this rejection of price from 50 levels, you can see once the price rejected from the mid of the first candle and even mitigated the 50 levels and aggressively sold and even broke the structure. After this aggressive selling, guys, the market would have retraced somewhere here and rejected price from these levels and continuation of price towards the downside. This is what usually behaves in case the market sentiment would have been bearish and you easily break this low as well. But you can see this swing structure over here, guys. This swing structure changed the market sentiment from being bearish to bullish. And you can see the market clearly formed a chalk also here. Breakout structure towards the downside, immediately forming chalk, which is quite unnatural. And this sentiment here, which actually formed like this, guys. You can see here also the market clearly formed a breakout structure over here. You can see this, you can consider this to be a breakout structure. And immediately the market formed a chalk over here. And if you consider the time over here, guys, this is the uh, 23 2350, guys. And if you see here, this is 8:30. This is the London times. I mean zones. But let's look into the time zones after that. But let's go into price action and see. So you can see the market sentiment here is bearish, guys, and market clearly broke structure. And you could have expected the market might continue further selling towards the downside. But market failed to close below this low, guys. You can see the market once mitigating this order block failed to close this low and showed some kind of engulfing pattern over here. You can see sudden reversal of price and bullish engulfing pattern over here, clearly indicating some sort of bullishness, guys. You can see engulfing pattern immediately following reversing and formation of chalk as well. So if you consider this swing momentum over here, the low of the common point between this to the common point between that, and if you try to mark the 50 levels, you can see clearly the market came and retraced all the way to 50 levels over here. And in case if you try to plot the fib extinction levels, the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, you could have targeted the 100% move here. You can see market came all the way to 100% move and rejected price from these levels. So you could have entered a long position somewhere at the 50 levels, keeping your stop loss just below that candle and targeting all the way to 100% move. And you can see after this, the market again showed some kind of sideways movement and there wasn't much impulsive momentum. And if you consider this swing momentum over here, the common point between this to the common point between this, you can see the market showed some kind of deep retracement, which is not not showing any value, but definitely this order block level is important. As you can see, this is a 5-minute order block, which actually broke structure towards the downside. You can see a clear break of structure. You can consider this to be a chalk formation. And you could have rejection of price from this level. So you could have entered and targeted all the way to this swing low. You can see this swing low is where you could have targeted, and you can see rejection of price from this level, and market is moving or consolidating in a sideways. This is just for a smart short scalp, guys. You could have easily taken short position and targeted all the way to this swing low. But this is quite contradictory, guys. But the risk to reward ratio here, you could even expect the market to even break this structure. But definitely, uh, let's not consider this trade. But definitely, there is some kind of bearish sentiment, which you can see after the price rejecting, or you can see clearly the market here broke this structure now, guys, clearly indicating some sort of bullish sentiment. And what you could have done is to plot the fib of these levels. So in case market trying to break the fib of these levels, guys, or closing below the 21 moving average, or you can see rejection of price here, guys, from 9 as well as 21 moving average. This is where you could have easily taken short position, keeping your stop loss just above that candle, because the whole swing is bearish only, guys. You can see after this kind of impulsive momentum, the market is trying to close below these levels. So you could have targeted this low. That is the very short scalp where you could have taken, but there are definitely many short scalps where you could have easily taken. But let's not consider these small scalps where you could have taken this. But definitely you can see this momentum, and this bearish momentum, and this bullish momentum where you could have taken on 4th of April. I hope you're understanding, guys. Let me explain to you further. This swing over here changed the market sentiment from being bearish to bullish, which I already mentioned to you. And the swing over here, guys, it changed the market sentiment from being bearish to bullish. The same chalk formation, and mark the order block level. You can see the price rejecting from this previous order block level and came all the way to this order block level. And the market here mitigated this order block level and rejection of price from these levels. And you can see market continued and went all the way to this zone above. And again, this chalk formation, the market retested to 50 levels and moved 100% move. So this is about my Bitcoin trade analysis, guys. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. It is as simple as it is, guys. So in case if you find my videos helpful, please like, share, and comment. Share with your friends and family, guys. Please leave a comment below in if you have any suggestions, or if you wanna keep in touch with me, you wanna contact me. Instagram is the way to go. You can message me. I have handled my Instagram over there. That's it, guys. Thank you.